your inner peace is under silent attack. Today we delve into the subtle art of Stoicism to unmask the 7 types of people who, even with smiles and whispers, can secretly dismantle your tranquility and personal growth, unknowingly steering you away from a path that's steadfast and serene. Navigating these waters with wisdom allows you not only to safeguard your own tranquility, but also to foster a space where your interactions are purposeful and your relationships meaningful. Stay and learn not just to identify but also effectively manage these human hurdles, ensuring your peace remains unshaken amidst the chaos. As we set sail through the profound seas of Stoicism, we encounter various characters, each providing their own challenges and tests to our Stoic stability. First and foremost, let's take a moment to delve into understanding the pessimist. We're not talking about those who merely dip their toes into temporary spells of negativity, but the ones who are anchored, almost embedded in a persistent, gloomy outlook, always able to pinpoint the dark in even the brightest of lights. Here, it's essential to realize that consistent exposure to such an atmosphere might pose a tangible threat to our emotional equilibrium and our capacity to remain unfazed amidst adversities. Holding on to the insightful and ever-relevant words of Seneca, we remind ourselves that
true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future.
Now, let's forge an image in our minds where we are continually tied to the pessimist, where our ears and mind are persistently filled with anticipations of downfall and an unceasing nervousness about prospective dangers that loom in the future. Such constant bombardment of pessimism seeks to corrode our serene acceptance of the present moment, casting shadows over our tranquil enjoyment of the now. Guided by the principles of Stoicism, we are urged, gently but firmly, to face such challenges with a calm and collected spirit, persistently seeking logical and reasonable solutions, ensuring our internal tranquility remains undisturbed and that our emotional and rational selves continue to dwell in harmonious coexistence. Let's delve into understanding the manipulator. Picture a person steering stories and scenarios, sneakily manipulating individuals and situations to serve their own interests, often sacrificing honesty and sincerity along the way. These individuals craft their tales, often entwining us in a web of deceit and redirected truths. Their cunning nature isn't always obvious. Their manipulations can be subtle, sneaky, and occasionally seemingly innocent. The wisdom of Stoicism brightly illuminates our path here, spotlighting virtue and uncompromising honesty as our guides in these shadowy interactions. Epictetus tells us with simplicity,
"We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them."
In a sea of manipulation, we choose to stand firm, anchored in our virtues. It's vital to identify these puppet strings, not to entangle ourselves further, but to cut them free, ensuring that we remain authentically aligned with our ethical path, navigating with grace away from the self-serving scenarios crafted by the manipulator. Meet the ungrateful, the ones that live encapsulated in a bubble of entitlement and expectation, often neglecting the simple yet powerful act of expressing gratitude. These individuals move through life receiving kindness, time, and gifts, only to dismiss them without a second thought or a hint of appreciation. Ungratefulness is not merely an absence of thanks, it's a disregard for the value and intention behind every act of kindness directed towards them. Stoicism entwines deeply with gratitude, urging us to find contentment in our acts of kindness without attaching expectations to them. In a world where ingratitude may exist, we should maintain our practice of gratitude and kindness steadfastly. Don't let the absence of appreciation from others waver your own practice of thankfulness. Always extend your kindness without expecting a return. Your peace should spring from your own consistent and genuine appreciation of the world and acts of goodness, ensuring that the lack of acknowledgement from others does not shift your tranquil balance. Even amidst ingratitude, your unwavering practice of thankful giving shines brightly, embodying true Stoic virtue. Direct your attention towards the procrastinator, a character who continually defers tasks, languishing in a sea of delays and hesitations. This individual not only obstructs their own path toward progress, but could also unintentionally become a barricade in your collective pursuits, stalling momentum and perhaps letting opportunities slip away with the ticking clock. Procrastination is more than just a delay. It's a consistent choice to not act, a preference for stagnation over progression, and it often trickles into the collective productivity of a group, slowing the stride of shared objectives. Stoicism powerfully advocates for action, and that too in a timely and deliberate manner. It prompts us not to be deterred by the procrastination of those around us. Immerse yourself in patience, offer encouragement when suitable, but predominantly, ensure that your endeavors remain unswayed and firmly anchored in proactive engagement. Uphold the practices of punctuality and consistent action. Let your unwavering diligence and commitment to timeliness serve as a quiet but potent testament to the intrinsic value of matching intentions with immediate, purposeful action, embodying the Stoic principle that harmonizes proactive conduct with inner tranquility. Allow me to introduce you to the eternal critic, an individual who consistently identifies flaws, unceasingly points out discrepancies, yet, ironically, rarely offers viable solutions or constructive feedback. This personality looms in the background of every endeavor, offering a relentless stream of critique, becoming an omnipresent cloud of negativity that, while possibly well-intentioned, often lacks the practicality of forward-moving advice. Their words, though potentially valuable, may also weave a tapestry of disheartenment if allowed to infiltrate our sense of self and direction without a filter of Stoic composure. Stoicism gently reminds us, criticism is an external factor, one which we should acknowledge but not allow to dictate our inner peace or self-worth. Engage with critiques, extract any nuggets of wisdom they may inadvertently provide, and then continue on your path, undeterred and unshaken. Maintaining your inner tranquility amidst the external chaos. Your ability to maintain your equilibrium, to hold steady your focus, and to continue your journey with unwavering determination. Amidst the ongoing chatter of criticism, exemplifies the Stoic practice of separating internal peace from external disturbance, ensuring that your actions and self-worth are not swayed by the ceaseless winds of external appraisal. Introducing the unwavering contrarian, a figure that casts a formidable shadow over harmonious dialogue, perpetually asserting opposition, seemingly more enthused by the thrill of discord than by the potential unity of agreement. This individual doesn't merely engage in healthy debate, but revels in constant resistance, creating a turbulent sea where every word is met with a counter, every assertion parried with defiance, even when the stream of logic flows evidently in another direction. Their presence is not simply a hurdle to consensus, but can morph into a relentless wave of obstruction where every interaction becomes an uphill battle against an unyielding force. Stoicism, with its gentle wisdom, encourages us to navigate through the torrent of contrary winds with poise and an unwavering adherence to our truths. It propels us to share our perspectives with unflinching calm, to bestow respect even amidst the tempest of resistance, and to persistently maintain our internal equilibrium even when the seas of agreement are persistently stormy. Consensus, while harmonious, is not always achievable, and Stoicism enlightens us to uphold our serenity and moral stance, even amidst the perpetual gales of opposition, demonstrating that our tranquility and ethical path need not be swayed by the persistent winds of contrarian views. Through our actions, we illustrate that while our ears are open to the voices of many, our internal compass remains steadfastly directed by our own reasoned convictions and ethical beliefs. Finally, we observe the perpetual pleasure seeker, a soul perpetually on the quest for the next joyful exploit, inevitably tethering their happiness to the temporal and external. This individual, while seemingly doused in constant joy, tends to be perpetually parched for genuine contentment, always chasing, never truly acquiring the elusive serenity they seek. The constant pursuit, the eternal chase of satisfaction, paradoxically, often distances them further from the very contentment they seek, creating an endless cycle where every pleasure merely sets the stage for the next pursuit, an unquenchable thirst that propels them forward in an infinite loop of seeking. In contrast, Stoicism gently directs us not towards the outright rejection of pleasure, but towards a mindful engagement with it, showcasing through practice that true contentment springs not from the incessant pursuit of joy, but from a deeply rooted balance within. Amidst those eternally seeking pleasure, our Stoic practices guide us to embody the essence of equilibrium, demonstrating through our consistent demeanor that genuine, lasting joy is birthed from a balanced journey through life's multifaceted experiences, not dictated by them. In the presence of ceaseless pleasure-seeking, our tranquil navigation through life's ebbs and flows becomes a silent testament to the profound, serene joy embedded in Stoic practices, reflecting a contentment that's not tethered to circumstances but blossoms from within, independent and steadfast. Stoicism gives you the tools to deal with difficult people without losing your calm. Remember the philosopher's wisdom to avoid getting pulled into others' negativity and maintain your inner peace. Keep their words in mind, stay true to your calm self, and let the chaos pass by without letting it disturb your tranquility.